Well, this is a first.
It is.
This is a first because we're in the same place as will be, obviously from what you're saying, we're in the same place. I'm over at Fiona's and one recording studio, 2 chairs, 2 people.
2 for 1. So
a bargain.
A bargain. So what we're going to do, first of all, what's on June? We know that we're halfway through June, but we did have a week off and then we had to take a little bit of time to get ourselves organised again. Yeah. So what this is a what's on June with a little preview as to what's on July as well. So no complaints. Tuesday.
That's the one coming up, Tuesday coming
up, yeah. We chat to 2 members of the All Under One Banner team. Yeah. Now, most people, if they've not been on a march, they've certainly watched them. They've been going for years. It's been a real feature of the independence movement, and they're still at it. They're still going, and there is a march coming up on the 20th of June, which is the Bannockburn one. So we wanted to get Wendy McDonald and Sean Mellon, 2 of the organisers, into the studio and just chat a little bit with them about the march and what's coming up.
So that's Tuesday the 16th?
That'll be Tuesday the 16th, and then the march is on the Saturday, so it'll whet your appetite, hopefully, for the march. And it'd be lovely to see a lot of people at that march, because the Bannockburn one's always a lovely event. And they've got some really nice ideas for what's going to come up. The following week, the 23rd, is regular guest, got his own seat.
Not in the studio.
Not in the studio, in his own seat. Gordon McIntyre Kemp from Believe in Scotland. Yeah. Always keen to help.
And he contacted us, said, could you come on? And we went, yeah, of course you can come on.
All right then.
And that's going to be about the latest petition campaign that's been set up. That certainly, I know they've got at least 10,000 people who've emailed not only their own MSPs and MPs, but also Mr. Starmer.
Yes.
In Downing Street.
Imagine.
So he'll be chuffed.
He'll be chuffed. Yeah. Well, I hope he'll be appreciative of our efforts. We'll put the link to the petition in the notes to this. If you want to have a look in advance, then we'll get Gordon to give us more detail about it. But if you haven't signed and you fancy giving Keir Starmer a bit of a message, then do sign that.
Yeah. So we'll find out more about that from Gordon.
That'll be on the 23rd. We probably won't manage to be in the live stream chat box. Well, we might. It just depends on the timing of it. We probably won't, because we will be we will be in Brussels at an event, a soiree. Well, maybe that's a bit grand. An event. We're working. We're filming. And it's because it is the 10th anniversary of Brexit. Yes. Now, we're not there to celebrate that, obviously. We're there to take stock of how people are feeling on the day, and also get a bit of a flavour of, are we still, do they remember us in the EU?
Remember us in the EU?
I'd like to think they do.
Things have changed. Well, we've just had an election. Greens and SNP back in charge again. Plaid Cymru now in charge down in Wales, and Sinn Féin, biggest party over another party, and those are all different parties, different emphases, but one thing they all have in common is the wish to leave the UK. Well, in Northern Ireland's case, it's more a positive rejoining of Ireland. But so we're all of that. Might it not make a difference to how things play out over in Brussels?
Yeah, and we're going to take some flags. We might even manage to get a piper from somewhere. We'll just have to wait and see what happens.
We might even manage to do a bit of live streaming briefly. But we're always just we do it, and then I go, oh, I didn't switch that on.
It's never quite as easy as
listen, okay, we might as well come out and just tell it, because we tried doing it earlier to both YouTube and TikTok, and I'd forgotten that my hearing aids, which are Bluetooth, were in my bag, so so the sound from my phone was going through the hearing aids, but I didn't have them on, so it was just there was no sound, and people were picking up and watching it and putting comments saying there's a problem with the sound. So that was a problem. So,
Yeah. So we were just saying, technical tips for the over 65. There you go. There's tip number 1. Put your hearing aids in.
Check your hearing aids.
Take them out your handbag.
Take them out of your handbag. Or switch your Bluetooth off on your phone. Okay, so that was that. So that was Gordon then, 23rd.
Yeah. Then so we're hoping that from our EU adventure, the following Tuesday will be. There is an event planned, which should be a really good discussion with representatives from each of the 4 corners of the UK in Brussels. So that could be a really good event. We're planning on filming that. We were hoping to have that as the podcast on the 30th. And then the following week, the 7th, we're going to do a second, call it a vlog. Really. It's more Brussels. Of an informal hour. And we expect to be a bit more chatting and a bit more
opinionated
and getting views from people, vox pops and things. Probably have a little tour of the cafes of the European Parliament like we did last time.
We enjoyed that last time.
We did enjoy
really
that.
Good,
so we'll probably
Such
do
a
that
nice
again.
place. Yeah, okay.
It is. So that's 2 weeks worth. And then the following week, we're now into the 14th of July by this time. Stuart Donald, another firm favourite of our podcasting guest list. We're hoping to have him back in the studio because he has got another paper that he's prepared for. Is this Compass?
For Compass, yeah.
Yeah, the think tank. And his stuff is just so well researched and so interesting, and he makes links between things that you've never thought of. And it just seems to make sense of 70 years of history. Why are we where we are? And he goes, well, because this happened before the war, and then this happened, and then this happened.
So it's good, and he will be touching on topics that we've talked to him before about, like the inequalities that there is in our society these days, much more than ever used to be. But also, mainly first past the post, and how that's if we stick to it for Westminster, that's going to break Britain.
Yeah.
And that's, by the way, I'll just say that I've just said that. Stuart hasn't said that, but he has some very strong views on all of that. So we'll definitely be touching on it.
That's as far as we've got so far. There's another 2 Tuesdays in July. We have a whole list of possibles, and it's a great position to be in, to be spoilt for choice as to what we're going to get in. But it does depend on who's available for recording, when we're available to record it. So we're not quite sure who's going to be those last 2 weeks, but whoever it is, it'll be good.
Yeah.
So hope you'll join us. Thanks to everybody who puts comments on our videos and shares them. It's always appreciated. And especially the folk, the regulars, you know who you are, who jump into the premieres and always have a good chat.
Exactly. So, and also those of you who, go onto our coffee account, our coffee webpage, and leave us a coffee, because all of that helps.
But always appreciate it. So, right, hopefully we'll see some of you at Bannockburn, and if not, do get in touch. You know how to, and catch you later.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks for listening, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to make sure you're following us and subscribe to us, then you get notified every time we put something new out, so you don't miss anything. That would be great. Also, you can click the little bell if you're watching on YouTube.
And sign up for our mailing list. You can do that from the website, and we always send one out at the beginning of each month to tell you what's happening. Last but not least, you can buy us a coffee on coffee.com.